Books are thin, books are fat, books are thick, books are flat. Some books are classic, others are dumb. There's one on every subject under the sun. William Shakespeare, Harry Potter, written by Mrs. Rowling's daughter. Philip Roth, Dr. Seuss, E.B. White and Marcel Proust. Now science courses, books on horses, bee books, tree books, all for you. Mysteries and histories, who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Oh, Holden, Caulfield, Nancy Drew, Long John Silver and Tarzan too. I love Captain Underpants and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. From France, astrology, astronomy, books on World Wars One and Two. There are politics and parlor tricks, who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Shel Silverstein and Oscar Wilde, Henry James and Julia Child, Maurice Sendak, Caleb Carr, and the rest, well, they know who they are. Some books have pictures, others don't. Some you'll get and others you won't. Some books are boring, but most are fun. There's one on every subject, including the sun. Who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Ooh!
Hi, my name is Maria DeFranco, and I'm a member of the Facilities Task Force. The Facilities Task Force was set up by the Library Board to bring light to all the issues around providing a program for future growth for the library. We've met 7 times so far, beginning the end of July. Our meetings are open for the public to come and watch us, and then we're setting up public comment times also for discussion. Some of the agenda items we've covered, just at the beginning we discussed how to communicate with each other and how to communicate with the public. There was a discussion about, an ongoing discussion, actually a few presentations about the library programs that exist right now and which library programs Amy wants to increase, and how could we best look at getting a phased construction to meet all the aspects of the desired program. A report on zoning issues was prepared by Marty Nystrom, an architect who is also part of the committee. I prepared an environmental report looking at the 6 Library Lane, the laundromat site, looking at the local zoning code and how that applies to that site, and looking at the wetlands and watercourse law. Jerry Washington is also part of the environmental committee. He's an expert on GIS and has prepared some very important maps for us, showing a lot of information about what could be built on the laundromat site. A report on fundraising possibilities was prepared by Kim Alderman. Kim was hired previously by the library as a major donor fundraiser, and so she gave us a lot of information on what a fundraising campaign looks like, and that was very helpful. A report was done by Joe Mangan and Sean Ritchie. Joe is an architectural engineer, licensed, and Sean Ritchie is a builder. And they looked at the existing facility and gave us a report on the condition of the building. And now there's another committee where we're looking at the campus as a whole. The campus meaning all the property that the library owns. And we're in the process of brainstorming massing plans that show how different plans could fulfill the program for the future growth of the library, and getting a hold on all the matrix of things that would happen doing Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, looking at the finances of each, looking at the environmental impact of each, looking at the biggest bang for the buck for the people in town, so that we could get a look at forging a direction that makes sense. We've also had a report on placemaking by Barry Miller, and Barry was very helpful, provided us a lot of materials which we've reviewed on community building and get the process to get stakeholders heard in the development of the overall master plan of how to do this for the library. Our next meeting is a public meeting, publicly heard. It's open for dialogue as long as someone wants to talk, and we'll try to answer all questions given to us. The public can also submit letters, emails to the website, and we'll get those and address those also. And you can attend any of our meetings. The agenda is now placed on the website ahead of time, so you can see if that's the meeting you'd like to attend. And when it's a public be heard, we're more than welcome to dialogue with you, and if not, please keep those cards and letters coming in. Thank you very much.
My name is Kathy Anderson. I'm one of many Kathy Andersons in our area, so I call myself the Kathy Anderson. I'm an artist, and I have an art school in Bearsville. It's the School for Young Artists. Started it back in 1980 and moved to our present location in 1985. Most children in the area have been through and in my school in one way or another for all those years. I'm here today to talk about the Mid-Hudson Valley Library System and how I use it. I was asked to do this because the primary way I use it is with my iPod and my Kindle. I don't have to leave the house. I have my computer programmed so that I can go on my browser, sign into the library, look up the books that I want, put them on hold, and if they're available, take them out immediately. The library has a system where there's a piece of software called Overdrive that you download into your computer, and it actually regulates how long you can keep a book out, which is a little different than having to remember to return the book. You also have the opportunity to decide how long you want a book. So you can take it out for like 7 days, and then they'll take it back through Overdrive, or you can take it out for 14 days. And that's really nice depending on the length of the book and how much time I'm expecting to have available. The thing that really has gotten me hooked on the e-library, the electronic library, is my iPod, because I listen to books on tape, audiobooks, when I'm setting up my studio for my classes. It takes me 2 hours to get the studio set up, open the paints, take care of setting up materials and tools that I know my students are going to be using. And this is time when I can multitask. I can actually listen to a story while I'm doing this. And I discovered this art form, which I'd really been unaware of before. It's the art of the narrator. So if you listen to audiobooks, you listen to some absolutely fabulous artists, actors who play many parts. For instance, I have to look at the names because I'm not good at remembering them, but I listened to Ken Follett's The Fall of Giants, and the reader for that book is Dan Stevens. He was absolutely amazing. The Fall of Giants is in and around leading up to the First and the Second World Wars, and you have people speaking in many dialects, and so you have, you know, American English, Scots English, British English, then you have the German accented English and the French accented English, and all kinds of characters that are represented by all these different dialects and languages, and it's just a joy to listen to these books. Sometimes I think I'd rather listen to a good narrator than read the stories myself, because I don't have the ear to make up those accents the way these narrators do. So I'm very much hooked on my iPod and my Kindle, and let's see, there's a question here. Did you get through, what did I get through most recently? The Mid-Hudson Library System. The book is called Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet by Jamie Ford. And it's actually a story about Japanese and Chinese young adults who are faced with the Second World War and what happens to them, particularly in terms of the incarceration of the Japanese in camps at that time. I really love the historical novels that I can get this way. I also love mystery stories, and there are, again, names are escaping me, but you know, Agatha Christie, that's a usual one. Lots and lots of books on tape, and so many choices, and it's all offered by our library. And then, of course, you can get books on your Kindle. So this is my Kindle, and it's just a matter of downloading a book. And the beauty of it is it's free. So I used to think I had to buy these books on tape in order to set up my studio and be involved in, you know, this wonderful culture of written and narrated stories. And now, for the last 3-4 years, I've been getting everything from the library. Okay, welcome to my studio. And this studio is set up with workstations. My initial training was in Montessori, and so people can work independently. There are 3 ways to engage in the studio. One of them is to tell me what they're going to do, a student's going to do, and go and do it. Or they tell me they want to do something, but they don't have the tools and materials. I will go into the cupboards, find the tools and materials, they get started, and then there are the students that have special projects that they need help with themselves, and for those I set aside one-on-one time. The side of the studio that you're looking at right now is the messy side of the studio, and if we actually went around to the other side, we go to the clean side of the studio where we don't bring snacks or anything to drink, because there's sewing machines and computers and a drawing table, and so that side has to stay really clean.
That's somebody else's chair. We'll find your chair on the end, and you can have some dancing. Anyone sitting here?
subject.
Watermelon Man, Herbie Hancock.
Books are thin, books are fat, books are thick, books are flat. Some books are classic, others are dumb. There's one on every subject under the sun. William Shakespeare, Harry Potter, written by Mrs. Rowling's daughter, Philip Roth, Dr. Seuss, E.B. White, and Marcel Proust. Now science courses, books on horses, bee books, tree books, all for you. Mysteries and histories, who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Oh, Holden, Caulfield, Nancy Drew, Long John Silver, and Tarzan too. I love Captain Underpants and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. From France, astrology, astronomy, books on World Wars One and Two. There are politics and parlor tricks. Who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Shel Silverstein and Oscar Wilde, Henry James and Julia Child, Maurice Sendak, Caleb Carr, and the rest, well, they know who they are. Some books have pictures, others don't. Some you'll get and others you won't. Some books are boring, but most are fun. There's one on every subject, including the sun. Who done it, how to do it, why they do it, what they do. Ooh!